Welcome, everyone. Thank you for coming today. What an exciting time. What a great Ignite. Have you been following some of these announcements we've had for SQL Server 2019? We got some awesome stuff going on. This is a great time to be working with a data platform. You are database administrators. You are data scientists. You are data engineers. You're working on SQL. You're working on Linux. You're working with Mac. You're working on containers. You're working on Kubernetes. You're working on all these different things. You may have a job title that didn't exist 5 years ago. You may be working on a technology stack that didn't exist 2 years ago. If you're working on SQL Server on Linux, you're working on a platform that came out in 2017. It is now 2018, and we're going to the next level with it. This is an amazing time to be working with a data platform. Every one of you has the opportunity to become a world-renowned expert at this. This is such new technology. No one has more experience on it than you do. Azure Data Studio was released yesterday. All of you have an even playing field in terms of being on top of this technology and taking it to the next level for yourself and for your entire industry. This is a wonderful time to be working in data and working with this data platform. We are here to help you. We are here to learn from you. I'm Vicki Hart. I'm a program manager with the SQL Server team. This is my colleague Alan Yu. And we're going to show you our cross-platform tools that we hope will help you, and then I know you will help us to create and to take to the next level. So you're working with new servers, you're working with old servers, you're working with the cutting-edge technology, and you're also working with the in-market stuff, maybe that's a little bit older. You're working with other departments, you're working with data scientists, you're working with accountants, you're working with other companies, you're working with structured data, you're working with unstructured data. You have a hybrid environment. I am apparently marked wrong. Technical difficulties? Thank you. You're working with a hybrid environment. And what we hear from you again and again is that you need a tool to help you do all of this. You need a modern and focused development environment. You don't need to be treated like you do not know what you're doing. You know what you're trying to accomplish, and you need tools that will help you get it done. You need command line support. You need powerful scripting support. These are all things that we're going to show you today. The way that software is written and maintained has been changing rapidly. There are agile methodologies that are in place now. There are technologies that are in place now that were not around whenever most of the traditional database management software was available. And so what we're doing now in the SQL Server team is trying to create for you new experiences that run on your platform of choice in the same experience in multiple environments that follow the new patterns that you have as data professionals, whether you're a data scientist or a database administrator, so that you can get your job done and so that you don't have to feel separated from the work you need to do, that you don't feel like your tooling is part of your work. Tooling is something that helps you get it done. So that's what we're here to talk to you about today. It's also really important for us to comment that SQL Server is now tightly aligned with Linux. We love Linux. SQL Server 2019 big data clusters run on Kubernetes. This is an amazing development and something that a lot of people working in the SQL Server space would not have predicted 2 or 3 years ago. I mean, look how fast this is changing. Part of this is that all of you are having to up-level your skills really rapidly, and I know that that's something that everybody has to take onto themselves, and it can be a point of stress. It also means that your tooling has to up-level quickly. We need to keep up with what you need. We need to keep up with what you want to do so that we are getting out of your way. And we need to be able to release quick, quick, quick. So all the tools that we're showing you today are tools that have come up very recently. These have all come out since we've been cross-platform, since SQL Server 2017. And these are tools that we're releasing on up to a monthly basis, sometimes even faster as the case may be. And we're trying to allow you, through the open source model, to help us develop them and push them forward even more rapidly as things are changing. So here at Ignite, we are happy to announce the GA of Azure Data Studio. This is a big investment in the tooling team. A lot of you might have previously used it under the name SQL Operations Studio. We've done a rename, and the reason is because this isn't just about SQL Server. This is about offering a lightweight, modern development environment for the data professional for wherever your data is. By limiting it to SQL Server and SQL Operations Studio, we were ignoring the fact that this is something that can extend well beyond SQL Server into the entire Azure data stack. It's a lightweight, modern, keyboard-focused development environment. It has an integrated connection management. It's got an integrated terminal. It's built so that we can extend it. It's built for a lot of things that are going to help you get your job done. But I know your favorite feature about it is that it also has a dark mode. Voila! One of the most requested features in SSMS. So Alan, can you show us a little bit about it?
All right, thank you, Vicki. I'm going to change it really quick back into light mode, unfortunately, just to make it a little bit easier for everyone to see. So let me give a little summary of the environment that I'm running this demo on. I'm running, first of all, on a MacBook, which is great. This entire demo will do everything on a MacBook. On the left-hand side, you can see our list of connections that we have. So you can see on this left-hand pane, the Servers tab is found at the very top, so it's very easy for you to find. And this lists all the different active connections that I have at the moment. You can see that it made it even easier for you to read what exactly each of these servers are by creating different server groups for them, which you can create by clicking on this button on the top. You can see that I have here SQL Server on Linux running on Docker, which I am representing as my local host environment. We also have our big data clusters. So this is currently being used in demos, as you can see in other sessions. We also have typical SQL Server running on Windows, so you can still manage any SQL Server running on Windows. And you can also see that we also have Azure SQL offerings here. So we have a connection to Azure SQL Data Warehouse, Azure SQL Database, and then also preview support for the recently GA'd Azure SQL Managed Instance, which GA'd yesterday as part of the announcement. Great. And on top of having these typical Object Explorer, which you may be familiar with in SSMS, we also added a brand new feature which comes with the SQL Server 2019 extension, but will eventually be shipping with the base product, which is our Azure Resource Explorer. So with Azure Resource Explorer, we made it really easy for you to manage all of your Azure resources and subscriptions by embedding this Explorer view. So what we can do here is that I already have connected my Azure account to Azure Data Studio. And if I click on it, wait for it to load a little bit, you can see all the different subscriptions that I have here. And if I wanted to drill down a little bit more and looked at, for example, client tools, you could see that I have a list of SQL databases and also SQL servers. So if I drill down a little bit more, there's a specific database that I want to connect to. So I click on arv test AV. There's a little indicator here. If I click on it, it automatically populates my connection dialog. So this is our main connection experience. So when you open SSMS, you have that connection dialog that pops up. This is our version of it with Azure Data Studio. You could see that you have your recent history of recent connections, and it gives you all the other typical information you would need to connect to your SQL Server instance. For people coming from Azure Portal, we also made it really easy for you to take the connection string. So this is the exact same database that I connected to through the Azure Resource Explorer. If I simply copy it over, it will already recognize that it's in my clipboard and will automatically populate this field. And if I wanted to, in addition, I could just press Control-V, and it'll populate the information that I need. And then I can just make a connection directly into my Azure resource. Let's go back to our Servers tab. So as part of GA, we really want to focus on the core features. And what we define as a core feature is that we said that we want to have an awesome connection dialog experience. We want to continue to take your user feedback and improve on that. We also want to have a great Object Explorer so you could easily find your database objects. And then finally, we want to also have an extremely great query editor experience. So if I right-click on my server on my localhost instance, which is SQL Server on Linux running on Docker, I can click on New Query, and I have my query editing experience. And what's really great about Azure Data Studio is that you have a lot of functionality with editing your T-SQL queries that you may not have with SSMS. So it's a really optimized experience by using Azure Data Studio. And one thing we did find is that many users, probably like orders of magnitude, are using T-SQL editing in SSMS. That is the main task that they're emphasizing on. So that's why we defined that as one of our core features with Azure Data Studio. make it really easy for you to write T-SQL queries. So to give an example, you'll get your usual with IntelliSense with select star from with tab completion sys.databases. So this is a very simple one, but let's show a little bit more complicated. So let's say that you don't want to keep typing the exact same thing every time. Let's say you want to create a database and you don't want to keep going through the exact same typing out the whole create statement. What you could do is you start with SQL, and these are all these built-in code snippets so that you could quickly start generating your T-SQL queries. So if I click on it, it already gives me this template. And there's also different commands here. So if I were to type something like AlanDB, because that's my name, if I run this command, you can see that it was successful. And then if I look at it in my Object Explorer, you can see that AlanDB is automatically populated here. So in addition to built-in code snippets that are basically taking your most common T-SQL queries, you can also create your own custom code snippets. So particularly for this demo, if I type in top 10 DB buffer, it will automatically recognize that I'm in a .SQL file. I press tab here, and I already have my demo script already available here. So I don't have to go try to find this file. It's already populated for me here. And this looks like we're trying to basically determine the SQL Server memory usage. And now if we finally run our query, you can see our results grid populates here, as well as a message. So the messages will tell you if there were any errors when you execute this T-SQL query. And you also have your results grid here, which nicely shows the information that your T-SQL query is running. What's also really great about this particular T-SQL script is that we have a string column and we also have an integer column. So this makes it really easy to generate insight widgets or visualizations so that as a DBA, you can quickly see information about your server or your database. So what you can do here, you have several options on the right side. You could save as a CSV, you could save as Excel, and save as JSON if you just quickly need to turn this results grid into another file. But you also have this chart button. So by clicking chart, you have an option for many different chart types that you could configure your data. So if I click on chart type here, change it to horizontal bar so that it's a little bit more interesting. And then if I change the data direction to vertical, you can see that it's a really nicely formatted insight widget. And what you can do here is if I also want to make it more meaningful, like instead of saying series 1, you could change to DB buffer %. I now have a legend. I could change my different chart types. I think there's like a bunch of these you could choose from. But I don't want to keep wanting to generate this insight widget over and over again. I just want to be able to see my information that I need and see it in some kind of dashboard. So what I'm going to do, yes, that is also very important, that you'll need to save this file. Otherwise, you're going to have to find the path for it. So what I'm going to do is Control S. We'll call this DB space. OK, let me run it one more time. Click chart, go to horizontal bar, click vertical. Great. So now I'm going to create my insight. So you can see here that right now it's not that well formatted, but you can right-click on it and format the document, and now you have a nice JSON format here. So we'll call this widget, let's see, database space. And then we already have our pre-configured information for our widget here, as well as our query file. So what I'm going to do is I'll do this live, so there's some risk involved. I'm going to not save it, I'm going to copy it. And then we'll go to this bottom gear on the left to open our settings. So with the user settings here, there's two things you could see with this view. We have these default user settings where you can search for the most common user settings that you can override. And the right side is where you're actually pasting and you can set your own custom user settings. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to find the place where there's dashboard.server.widgets and simply copy over my widget that I just created. So I'm going to add a comma here, copy it. I'm going to save with Control S. Now if I right-click on my database, I should be able to see that same widget that we saw before. So the idea here is that we have also added not only server dashboards, but also database dashboards. So if you were to right-click on, for example, wide world importers, you'll see that there's a specific set of settings that you could configure for all your database widgets compared to your server widgets. And the really nice part about this dashboard, you could see lots of information really quickly. You could do things like backup, restore. You can also search across your other DBO objects. But finally, you can see that there's these different tabs at the very top here. And what we're allowing is to add our extensibility story, which I'll have Vicky to talk more about.
Yeah, so one of the main points of feedback that we had for SSMS is that it was just too much. All right, so SSMS is basically a 747 cockpit, and new users in particular coming in don't really know how to manage it. They come in and you right-click and there's tasks, and then there's 30 different tasks, and it has all these windows. Anybody who's used SSMS is probably familiar with that. So we're trying to get a couple different things done here through an extensibility model. One is allowing you, the user, to pick those functionalities that are relevant to your workflow. So what we have here is a list of mostly SQL Server related experiences, SQL Server agent, SQL Server import, SQL Server profiler, et cetera, that you can choose to opt into your product. And some of these ship in the box already, and some of them we have in what you see as the marketplace, where you can download them and install them. So that serves that purpose of kind of reducing the complexity and letting you customize it. Let's say that you do need to use something for a little while and then you don't want it to stick around. You can just go and disable that extension later, turn it back on later if you need it. So it's a nice little way of customizing your environment to your own settings. The other thing it lets us do is to work with both internal and external partners to create new experiences. So when I talk about internal partners, I'm talking about other Microsoft data services that can bring in their experiences. So we have the Azure SQL database, data warehouse insights. This is coming from the SQL DW team. And so for all of the other experiences within Azure Data, those teams can create the experiences and keep it on their own release schedule that might not match the same release schedule as Azure Data Studio. So these things can be independently versioned and released and previewed as necessary. It also lets us work with third-party vendors. So the first one that we have in the product is from Redgate. It's the SQL search functionality. And so Redgate has taken their SQL search product and made an experience for that in Azure Data Studio. We're also lucky to have a lot of community extensions coming in. On average, we're getting one extension per month from the community, and that's something that we invite all of you to do. The process of creating an extension can be very lightweight, or it can be very complex. You can contribute something as simple as a chart or a snippet, or you can contribute wizards and full experiences. As a matter of fact, all of the experiences that we're adding to the product as the SQL Server tooling team are being done through extensions so that we can really exercise that API and make sure that it's a true API for extensions. So with the extensibility, we're able to add a lot more features and let things independently version. So could you maybe show the hackathon project?
Okay, great. So one thing that our team worked on is that there's this really exciting project. So one thing that we did was that we realized there's this really common user pain point. So for those of you that want to convert like a .csv or .txt file and just simply convert into a SQL table, how many of you have used the import and export wizard in SSMS? How many of you enjoy using that wizard? Oh, wow. There's one. Great. So if you want to simply use that wizard and convert something like a flat file, it's kind of painful. And if you don't have a ton of domain knowledge with the tool or with SSIS, it's not that great of an optimal experience for something that's a really simple task. So we kind of tried to rethink about the experiences and tried to think that for such a common use case, how can we improve this? So what we did was that we reached out to one of our internal partner teams. So the whole idea of one Microsoft, and we reached out with Microsoft Research. And they have a technology called program synthesis using examples, or otherwise known as PROS. And this is a great data wrangling technology, and you may have already experienced it if you are using a lot of Excel. So if you use something like flash fill, how many of you use flash fill in Excel? Okay, there's one. Okay, great. So basically, the idea is like you start typing in like a certain date format, and then like you put month first, and days, and then year. But then you want to change it. You're going to flip it around. So instead of having to manually do that each time, you can start typing it a little bit, and after you type like 2 rows, it'll start giving a suggestion like whether you want to populate the rest. So this is the same technology that we're trying to bring to improve the import experience as well. And it was a very successful intern project at the time that we were able to create the necessary connectors so that we could create something called the import flat file wizard. Have any of you used import flat file wizard in SSMS?
couple, yeah.
Couple people? OK. So it's a really basic experience where you take your flat file, and then with like 3 or 4 clicks, it will automatically go into your SQL table. And that's how the experience should be. It shouldn't be dealing with all the configuration information. And we released this as part of SSMS 17.3 last October. And even though we didn't market it that much, we did a Channel 9 video on it, it instantly became the #1 most used wizard on SSMS. And it kind of made us realize that putting this, there's a couple things there. One is that we want to definitely consider your most common scenarios and try to find ways to improve it. The second part is that there's a whole idea that you may be hearing all over the conference about democratizing AI. So by taking advantage of this Microsoft Research Framework, we were able to help an end user become a lot more productive by importing their flat files very, very quickly. So even though that was just an SSMS experience, we also want to not forget about our Mac OS and Linux users. So what we did as part of Microsoft's big hackathon, that basically every year in July, Microsoft will fly everyone to Redmond or in all the different Microsoft locations to work on any kind of hackathon project. And what was really great about this project is that I brought up the same idea that, hey, why don't we build an extension with import flat file wizard? So I proposed ideas, just wanted to see if anyone else in Microsoft was interested in doing this kind of thing. And instantly, you could see like on Slack channels and internal mail, people really love SQL Server. They really want to improve it. They realized that there was this problem with flat files, and they wanted to also work on really exciting tech. So being able to work on cross-platform development, also working on open source projects. So we were able to get lots of interns involved and also full-time employees from across the company. And within 3 days, we were able to have an end-to-end extension for the import flat file wizard and ship it within the next month in our last release of SQL Operations Studio, now known as Azure Data Studio. So let me show a quick demo of what the tool looks like now. So you can see right here that this is a CSV file. And the worst part about the import and export wizard in SSMS was that if there's like really complicated things like duplicated headers, single cell, multi-line text, it didn't know how to deal with it. So it almost like essentially broke, and then you just need to find some other way around, or you have to format the file yourself. But the same thing with this kind of file here. We're going to take this file and add it into one of our SQL, create it as a SQL table. So what I'm going to do is go back to our servers tab here. I'm going to find the database that I want to add it to. I'll add it to wide world importers. And you can see there's a right-click option for import wizard here. So that's another thing here is that we're trying to not overcomplicate things by having lots of right-click menus, as you might see in SSMS. It could be really hard for people to find the things you need. We're trying to simplify that process here, and then we'll add things on through the extensions. That way, only things that will show up on the right-click menu are actually tasks that you use commonly. So if I click Import Wizard here, you can see that we have added this wizard framework. And as Vicky mentioned, this is now an extensibility point. So if you want to create wizards or you want to create your own extension, you can feel free to come to our workshop at 2:15 tomorrow, and then we'll walk you through it. We had some technical difficulties today, but we'll have them all sorted out by tomorrow. But OK, so let's back to the main task. So we have the import flat file wizard here. You can see that already recognizes the database, the server that we want to connect to, which is localhost, and also the database, which is wide world importers. So all I have to do as a user is choose a file that I want, which is this complicated file. It'll automatically populate the table name, as well as I could choose a schema if I want to. But let's count like the clicks that we need to do in order to import this file. So if I click next here, there's some process going in the background, which is pros analyzing the data and basically learning from the first 50 to 200 rows and applying inferences to just recognize the column names, data types, and those kind of information so that the user doesn't have to, or like delimiters, for example. So it already is giving us this preview. As a user, I don't do anything here. I just look at it to confirm that it's right. If I do need to make any changes, I could change the column name here. I could change the data type. You could see that it was already smart enough to recognize the different data types here. But as a user, I still don't have to click anything. I just keep clicking next. So if I click import data, you get a summary of the information of what you just did, as well as a status here. So if you had an error, it would also show up here. But you could see that it successfully inserted the data into a table. So to confirm that it actually did happen, let's open wide world importers, find that table. You could see that it popped up here. And there you go. So you could see that this import experience has turned into basically like into a 4 to 5 click experience. And this is something that we want to continue to invest in pros, and bring these great experiences so that you don't have to be in pain anymore. And Vicki can share more about our partnerships.
Yes, so what I wanted to maybe take this as a point to transition into was one of the experiences that we're bringing in the SQL Server 2019 preview extension is the new notebook experience. And with the notebook experience, we're bringing this pros technology with it. So I thought I'd give you a demo of both of them together and show you what that looks like. So notebooks are something that's new to the SQL Server community. This is a very commonly used tool in data science. And this is something that we think is going to be really revolutionary for the SQL Server user. A notebook is the combination of user-readable markdown text with code and the result sets. So what we've got here is a mix of cells, they're called cells, and this one up here has markdown. So if I hit here, you can see I can do markdown like you would on GitHub or elsewhere in order to make this nice, pretty, readable text. Here I've got some code, and then throughout here I've also got my result sets. So in this first iteration, we're focusing on the scenarios related to SQL Server big data clusters, but it is also able to run in a local kernel. So in this demonstration, I'll be connecting to a local kernel. In future releases, we do plan to have a pure T-SQL experience, but in this demonstration, I'll be working in Python. So the pros experience that you saw was based on pros of research that we also have here as a pros code accelerator package for Python. So I'm going to walk through kind of a little bit of what's going on in the background whenever you are using that import flat file wizard, and show you how you can use this same code to operationalize your own code for your own usage. So it's great that we're able to import flat files into SQL Server, but maybe you need to do other sorts of imports of different types of data into other sorts of locations, and we're going to help you do that. So the way a notebook works is you hit the run button to make it go, so I've done the imports here. And then I've got this artist.txt file, and I'll just show you this. And it is a hat-separated file, which is great, and has this 14 columns of header, which is not that great to use either. So it's just another bit of dirty data. And here you can see we've got this file name, and we have a read CSV builder, and we're going to call this learn code. And what this returns after a second is actually the Python code you need to read it. So here we've got a list of, it basically created a function here that says here's what the delimiters are, et cetera. So I'm going to select all of that, paste it here, run that. So I've just created that function. Now if I run that function, it's going to refresh this information here. So it was just able to create the code to read that CSV file for you. So this is a real time saver. Basically, you can think about it as bootstrapping you for creating your data read operations in sort of a more production environment and less of a tool-based environment. And then rather than going through this entire thing, I'd be happy to do maybe a more in-depth demonstration of this for everybody who might be on-site. Come find me after at the booth, et cetera. Anybody online, just let me know, and I'll try to record this. But I'll kind of walk through some of the other things that we're able to do. After you do that import, you saw that we also did detection of types. So this is the code that does the file type detection, or rather the data type detection. And it does some really nice things. So if you look up here, we've got this wiki QID. It's got Q followed by a number. And it was able to read, if you're familiar with regex, that it's got this searching and removing the Q. So it's able to say, let's take that Q number and replace it with just an integer. So we can go ahead and clean up that data, maybe remove dollar signs, things like that you don't need. If this was incorrect, however, you as a coder could choose to make a change to this Python code, because all that this output is Python code that you can copy in and use however you need. So I'm going to copy that in, paste it, run it, and then I run this coerce data types, and you can see that it will, did I actually run that? It will identify the correct data types. Now further down here, we've got some other much more complicated code, and this is really neat as well. If you take a look up here, this artist bio, not only is it a column that we were able to detect that it was string, but it has a mix of data within it. And so it has a bunch of different patterns where you're saying, all right, we're showing the nationality, we're showing the place of birth, we're showing the time of birth, in some cases the time of death. This is pretty standard whenever you're dealing with data from the wild. So we have here Yeah, so I had a little error. So now you get to see what an error looks like in a notebook. So this code will find patterns in it, and you see it's created all of these regexes for you. And rather than walking through this for the sake of time, what I'm just going to show you is whenever I create that, I now have this extract birth country, and it's able to identify from this data, it's unable to find the birth country. From this one, it's able to say American. And then from this one that says American born China, it's able to identify China. So it was able to detect the pretty fine-grained patterns within the data pretty intelligently. So this is a really great way of using AI in your workflows. And all that this has done is created for you the code. So it's used AI to create the code. Your code is not itself artificial intelligence, but it really can speed up the process. We're also able to read JSON files, which is a common problem. So the JSON file in this case has multi-nested, and it's able to read that. And then if anybody ever reads fixed width files, those can be a real pain to read because it has numbers of different meanings that are all combined together. In fact, I'd love to show you that. Let me see if I can open that up for you. File, open, let's see. So this is an example of a fixed width file. So being able to identify from here, what's the meaningful data is very difficult. Now, fortunately, what normally happens with this is an example of like the type of data you might get from a weather station, is that you normally have a schema file that goes with it. So if I open the schema file, this tells you what's the meaning of each of the columns. But again, this is not something that you can normally directly operationalize through a tool or anything. But with the PROS technology, you're able to. So we're able to put in both the splat file and the associated schema, and it will learn from that, and it will allow us to read it. So let me go down here. I seem to have thrown off my Python, so I would have to rerun some stuff up above. But this is just an overall example of one of the experiences that we're adding in SQL Server 2019, which is this notebook experience. The other thing that I wanted to show you from our SQL Server 2019 experience is the new Create External Table Wizard. This is something that's, I think has been a little bit less discussed in the last couple days regarding the new features in SQL Server 2019. So I think a lot of people, when they hear Polybase, they kind of go, yeah, I know, that's hard. But the thing is, we heard that. We understand that now, and so we're going to make that experience a lot easier for you. So what I'd like to show you here is we've got a SQL Server 2019 instance running right here, and I'm going to create an external table here for Oracle. So let me right-click, and I'm going to put it in this external data test, create external table. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to run over here real quick, grab my Oracle location. Let's give it a second to connect over the Wi-Fi to this, back to Redmond, and let's see if that works. All right, we're going to pick, all right, it's not able to connect to it. Let's see if I can refresh this connection. There we go. If this maintains, it may be that we have too slow a Wi-Fi in here for me to do this demo. Give it 2 seconds. All right, I'm not feeling real good about this connection. So what you're able to do is you're able to click on Oracle, put in your Oracle connection, put in your credentials for it, select the tables on your remote Oracle instance that you're interested in bringing over, and then it basically creates a virtual table. It doesn't move any data over whatsoever. It just creates something that looks like a table in your database, and whenever you do any operations on it, it will transparently go back, get that data from Oracle, pull it back, and return it. So let's see. Yeah, that server's dead right now. And so that will allow you to actually do a join between your remote Oracle data and your local SQL Server data, or in some cases you could, if you wanted to get really neat, you could do Oracle and CSV and HDFS and SQL Server, anything you need to do. So you get this data virtualization story in there that's really great. So I'm sorry I wasn't able to get the demo working just right now. I think they were having just connectivity problems. Again, anybody who is here in present at Ignite, come by after, and I'll see if I can get it working on one of the different network connections. So I also wanted to take a moment and talk about kind of Azure Data Studio, as it applies, is connected to SSMS. This is a cross-platform tooling session, but I have no illusions that people don't also use Windows if you're a SQL Server professional. So we've set up a blog post that went live just today that has a list of kind of the feature comparisons for SSMS versus Azure Data Studio. The intention is for us to continue to invest in Azure Data Studio and in SSMS both, and to bring those experiences closer together. We do not have all of the features from SSMS in Azure Data Studio yet. We've been focusing around the features that are most highly used in SSMS, as well as the features that are most critical to those data operations and the data editing experience. But we're going to be listening to you and following both the information that we get from the community and from telemetry, and just going through the stack of the features in SSMS and bringing them closer together. We're also planning on making them integrate together a little bit more smoothly, so you don't have so much the sense of using two tools. So if you have any questions, or if your team has any questions about it, please go check out this documentation, and we'll be keeping this up to date as time goes by. So let's see if I can switch back over to here. So the GUI tools take up a lot of our time, but the command line tools are also really important to all of you working in an actual operationalized environment. A lot of times, people use these command line tools in order to put things into production, whereas the GUI tool is what you use to do your work. So I'm going to let Alan talk a little bit about those.
Thank you, Vicky. So basically, imagine you're in 2016. In 2016, all of your command line tool options were only running on Windows. You have things like SQL CMD and BCP. There's not many other options that you have at that point. But with the release of SQL Server 2016, we had a public preview where we had SQL Server running on Linux. So even once we had SQL Server running on Linux, we also needed to create tools to support ecosystems so that people can have run SQL Server on their environment of choice. So we started to make investments into saying we want to not only make our tools our CLI tools cross-platform, we also want to make them open source. So one of our first forays into it was that we got a bunch of user feedback that we wanted to basically take the generate scripts wizard from SSMS and make that cross-platform, and also as a CLI tool. So we started to do some experimentation, and we ended up creating the SQL tool service, which allows us to do all our cross-platform development. And we are able to also create a product known as mssql Scripter. So mssql Scripter is Python-based and is now also on GitHub. So we were able to successfully bring the generate scripts wizard experience as cross-platform. So now we have mssql Scripter. But the key thing with mssql Scripter is it allowed us, it kind of made us learn a lot of things from that experience of how we can further improve our tooling. So one particular partnership that happened in the last year was we reached out and realized, one thing that we realized was in SQL CMD, the interactive experience in command line was really old. There's no IntelliSense, there's no syntax highlighting, and there's a bunch of other things that modern CLIs should have. And then we started to look at available interactive CLI tools to see if we could consider any partnerships with them. And one tool that in particular that we came across was the DB-CLI organization. And they're a totally open source GitHub organization that have created tools known as PG-CLI and MyCLI. So PG-SQL and MySQL already have an experience through DB-CLI. And we realized that we also want to have the exact same thing. They had things like IntelliSense. They had things like syntax highlighting, special commands. And we thought, hey, our SQL Server customers would love this. So what we did was we reached out to the maintainer of this organization. His name is Amjad from Munajam. And basically we were like, hey, we want to work with you, and we're also willing to live within your organization. So now we were able to create mssql-CLI. So with mssql-CLI, we have a much better interactive experience. And it's also living under the DB-CLI umbrella. So it's not github.com/Microsoft, it's github.com/DB-CLI/mssql-CLI. So I'm going to give a quick demo to show what the old experience looked like compared to the new experience. So let's connect to SQL CMD. I'm in terminal here. I could also do this demo in Azure Data Studio, but it kind of defeats the purpose to have IntelliSense because you already have a code editor inside of a GUI. So I'm going to show, let's say you're inside of a jump box and you don't have access to any GUI. You only have your command line tool. So I'm going to connect to my server, which is localhost. And I'm going to sign in as SA. I'll type in my password. And here we go, our typical normal experience. Let's see what databases we have here. I type in select star from sys.databases. Type in go. OK, so this is really informative data. So now I know exactly what databases are in my localhost environment. So you can tell that this isn't a really great experience, and our SQL Server customers have had to deal with this constantly for years. So again, just similar to what we did with our other features with Azure Data Studio, we also did the same thing by improving our command line tools. So what your new interactive experience will be now, if I clear my terminal, is you can connect to mssql-cli. So I press enter for SA. And you can see automatically that you can see we're at the latest version. You could see an email contact if you need to, and as well as a GitHub repo. If you run into any issues, you could submit requests through this link. But now let's try the exact same thing. If I press S here, you automatically see two things pop up. One, we have IntelliSense in a command line. And two, we also have a sense of history here. So if I were to press tab here, it would basically complete the very first menu item on the IntelliSense and pick up select. But if I were to press right arrow key here, it would take that whole query. So let's type a little bit more and see what we get. So I'm going to do tab there, sys.databases. So if I want to complete it, do right arrow key. And this is another great feature for mssql-cli. Before, you had no idea you can't tell what the information is. But now we also have paging support. So we have this really great way for you to understand your data. So by pressing left and right arrow keys here, you can go through your entire table, and you no longer have to worry about the garbage that you saw with the previous experience. So I press Q here, then I could exit that. Let me show another feature that we have here. So then you see that it already picked up that we have AllenDB, which we used previously in the demo in Azure Data Studio. So let's complete this. Go into Wide World Importers. I'm going to clear my screen. Let's see what's in select star from countries. This will be important later. So it's just a list of countries in the world as well as their capital names and continent names. Well, we have a thing here known as special commands. So with special commands, we want to make it really easy for you. Instead of having to constantly type a bunch of T-SQL queries again in the command line, you can now use these special commands. So if you type in / you can see a list of all the different special commands that you have here. You could see things like you could list or describe database objects. You could delete a named query. You could list all your databases, list functions. So instead of me having to type select star from sys.databases or select name from sys.databases, I could do \LD, and there's my well-formatted list. So I could easily see all the database information that I need. I could just keep going through here. If I type in LTPOP, I could find all the tables that contain PEOP within the string. If I were to, this is a really fun one. There's also with special commands that you could save your queries. So if you do SN and then write out your select star from sys.databases, you can actually attach a keyword to it. And then as you start typing / that keyword, then you can easily pick that up. So I'm going to show that right now with \n random vacation. So with random vacation, this is a special T-SQL query that I saved before that will basically take that dbo.countries and will tell me where I should go to the vacation. So I'd have no control over what it will pick, but we'll see. OK, in Australia, country named Palau. And then if we run it again to truly prove that it's random, there we go, Ghana. So if you want to learn like what T-SQL query I used to generate this, what we can do is press Control-R. And I could search for \SN random vacation. And you can see this is the query that I had before. And if I leave the context here, I could edit it and change it to something else if I need to. So you can see with mssql-cli that you have all these great experiences. We also have configuration files. So if you want to change the way IntelliSense pops up, if you want to change how some of the options on the bottom, like whether smart completion should be turned off, whether Emacs mode should be disabled, or if the multi-line should be turned on or off, you have that capability as well. One of the roadmaps with mssql-cli is that eventually, we know that it has a really great interactive experience, but it doesn't have any scripting support right now. So you know with SQL CMD, you could do a -i or -q command. That's something that we're planning to do before we are to GA this tool. And basically, once we have scripting support, we will look for it as a replacement to SQL CMD in long term.
While it's not GA, this is
So you can actually pick this up. So let me quit this, quit. As you would do for most things, you would just do a pip install mssql-cli. Make sure you have Python installed, and then you'll be able to pick up this tool and start using it right away in your database environments. So the next demo that I want to show is one that you may be familiar with. Let me see if I can find it. Great. So what I have here is I have a shell script. And what's really nice is this is great for demos. So if you're thinking about presenting at a SQL Saturday, sorry? Oh, sorry. Command plus? Yeah, Command plus. OK, cool. So just to make it a little bit easier for you to read. So I have this entire script that I have here. You can also see that I have my password exposed here, but I intentionally made it very bad. So it's not actually related to any of our private databases. Well, this is SQL package. And the idea with SQL package is that it makes it really easy to handle your DAC pack, which handles all your schemas, and then backpacks, which include schemas and datas. And one thing that SQL package was for a long time was it was only available on Windows. Well, last July, a couple months ago, we have made it a very soft public preview that now SQL package is available cross-platform. So if you just go to search for SQL package, you could go install the bits that you need. But let me show a very simple scenario here. So with SQL package, let's say that as a DBA that I want to I have a production environment, I have a dev environment, and I have a test environment. And I want to basically copy over the schema from my production database into my dev database, and then finally into my test database. But there's also some nice improvements with SQL package that we can highlight through this scenario so that it's not constantly wasting a lot of resources. So let's quickly run through SQL package. So what we have here, we have this production database. So if we go to localhost, you see we have this production database here. We don't have our test or dev environment created. So I'm going to run this command. And as part of this demo, I'll be pressing one key to execute each of these shell commands. And one thing that you may be curious of is how I do that. So I click keyboard shortcuts. And then I were to run selected text in active terminal, I can simply click on the key binding here. Oh, I have to edit it. And then press the hotkey that I want. So if you want to overwrite any of your settings, or if you have very familiar keyboard shortcuts that you use in SSMS, you could override it here as well in Azure Data Studio. And we also have a great extension. I don't want to distract too much, but we have a great extension called SSMS Key Map at the bottom here. So if you download this extension, you'll have a bunch of those SSMS keyboard shortcuts right away. That will override the defaults in Azure Data Studio. But let's go back to our demo. So I'm going to press F6 on here. It's basically doing a SQL package extract, which will create the DAC pack from our production DB. You can see that there's a built-in integrated terminal in Azure Data Studio. So it's already the same terminal environment that you see in here is exactly the same thing as if I ran it in this screen. So you can see that it extracted the schema, and it was successfully extracted. So now let's publish this to our dev database. Take a little bit. It shouldn't take too long. We're just simply copying over the schema since it's a DAC pack. Good. That's a good sign. Great. So you can see it successfully published the database. And to prove that it's true, we'll have to use SQL CMD for now, but eventually mssql-cli can replace it. We'll run this SQL CMD command, which is like name from sys.databases. You can see we now have a production and we have a dev database. So now let's run this one more time to create our test environment, our test database. Now we'll publish it one more time. You can see that it has to create all these different objects here. So that's really important to notice, that you could see all the things that are actually being published. So now let's try to optimize it. So let's say that you're in your dev database, and you make a change to it. Then you want to push that change to your test environment. So right here, I'm going to add the column, which is alter table, and I'm basically just adding a column to a table. That was really quick. Let me clear the screen here so it's easier to read. So now we're going to extract and do the exact same thing. We're going to take the dev database and then convert it over to the test DB with the change. But let's see if you notice any difference. So before we saw all those create objects, now let's see what happens in the publish stage. Great. A little bit of time. Great. So now you can see here, right? The only thing that's happening here is that it was smart enough to recognize the diff between the different databases. It was able to recognize that the only change was that I added this certain column to categories. And you can see that it's a lot more optimized. So now you can see there's several things you saw in this demo. You saw that SQL package is successfully running on Mac and is cross-platform. And you can see that it has picked up these optimizations. So definitely consider using SQL package in your database environment. I will turn it over to Vicky to cover our open source collaborations or development.
So if you have ideas,
The frequency dropped out.
thank you. So if you have ideas for what we need to do next, we really do want to hear from you. So we are accepting suggestions and bug reports on GitHub. And one of the important things to know is that this is where our developers actually spend their day. We don't take things from GitHub and then put them off in some VSO location elsewhere and decide to sort them and rank them there and then come back and eventually publish them. Our developers are working day to day in GitHub. You can see what's assigned to whom, and you can see where your work is in the queue. And you can go ahead and make comments on it, et cetera. We're being really trying to be as open as we possibly can on this. We're also inviting you to make your changes. If you are a developer and you run into a bug and you do know how to fix it, please do consider making that change and doing that pull request. We welcome that. We don't feel that that is your responsibility, but to the extent that you want to be involved with us, we want to be involved with you. We also have community extensions. So the extensions that have been brought into the product have been things that people wanted, reports, things that they needed for themselves, maybe things that they needed for their organization, and they wanted to share it out with the world. We very much welcome that. And then we want to be available to you as well as PMs and as developers to talk to you about your problems and to talk to you about the way that you're using the products, especially as we're going cross-platform with all these changes to the platform. There's going to be places where you're on the cutting edge and we need to catch up with you. So we're available on Slack, on Twitter, and on Gitter to talk to us and just to kind of give us that information. So I want to give you a little demo of how to interact with us on GitHub. So this is our GitHub Azure Data Studio. If you had been previously going to SQL Ops Studio, there's actually a redirector that will take you here. And so this is where if you were going to do any coding, you could get in here. It has all of the getting started information as well. However, for the most part, what your first interaction with us would be through the issues. So you go over here to issues, and you can browse them, you can search them, you can see if something already exists. And if so, you can maybe decide that you want it. So here is a new feature ask for Power Query extension. If I open that up, if I read through this and I agree with it, maybe I can add a comment here and say, yeah, this is something I want too. The way that we track interest is by taking this reaction and hitting the thumbs up or the thumbs down to indicate your interest in it. And that's something that we're tracking on a continuous basis and triaging. Now, if you are actively using Azure Data Studio and you run into an issue, we want it to be really easy for you to tell us about it. And so we actually have that already in the product. If I go over here to, let's see, help, and then go to report issue, it's going to start the process of a bug report already. So let me put Azure Data Studio. I'm going to put demo test, and then I can choose to whether to include system information and enabled extensions. And you feel free to put that however you need. We can let you show that. And then I'll hit preview on GitHub. And it's taking me over to the wrong place. So basically, what it would do is is trying to connect through CorpNet. It would then pre-populate one of these for you so that you could add any markdown or images, et cetera, that you want, and just hit submit. So this is something that if you don't have a GitHub account yet, to continue to collaborate with us at Microsoft, I highly recommend it. It's a pretty painless process. And then if you are interested in making changes or updates to the tool, what you would do is you'd go over to make a pull request and submit it to us, and then our developers would be in touch with you about any code reviews, any updates that they would have you make to your code, or letting you know if, we would be willing to accept it or not, whether we would say, actually, we think this is more of an extension. We do take updates from the community pretty often. To give you a little bit of context, just last month, somebody contacted us. They were interested in adding a friendly name to the connection properties. So whenever I go over here in Add Server, they wanted this optional name here. And so they added it. And they submitted a pull request, and our only real request on it was that we wanted it to be lower down in the list. And so they made that change, and we accepted it. And now their pull request is now shipping in our product. And so that was somebody in the community who was just interested in that. We're also trying to resolve bugs very quickly. One of the things that we made a change to last month was better theming support. So it was a little bit better about obeying the theme that you chose. And in doing that, we ran into a problem where someone reported that when they were viewing JSON, they were seeing blue on top of black in certain themes, and it was really difficult to read. That bug was reported and then fixed within 18 hours. So the team saw that when I see exactly what it is, we'll get it fixed. And we have both the public stable builds and the insider builds. So if you do report a bug and we do get it fixed quickly, then you'll see, hey, this is fixed in this insider build. You can download that update right away. And you'll be in touch with the developers themselves. This isn't something that's necessarily filtered through. And so through troubleshooting steps, et cetera, it's a lot more of a transparent connection with us. We welcome this, mostly I think we're going to be talking about this for Azure Data Studio. We welcome this for other projects as well, for mssql-cli, et cetera. On Slack and we're on the SQL community Slack group, and then on Twitter, if you follow Azure Data Studio, most of us follow Azure Data Studio, and you would basically, by talking to them, you'd be talking to all of us. We all have our individual personal accounts as well, and that's a really good way to get in touch with us. For those of you who are watching online, you can feel free to ask us questions during Ignite, and we'll try to get back to you online, as the case may be. For all of you here personally, we have a couple other things that you can do while you're at Ignite. So you can come by the booth. Various members of the tools team are going to be doing booth duty, and a lot of the rest of the team also knows about these things. So we're happy to show you something, maybe some of the demos that I wasn't able to get to work as well right here. I'll be able to get to work a little bit better later. I apologize for that. We also have a couple of other sessions. There's a lot of SQL Server sessions, but two of them that I'll call out for you who are in this session that might be interested in is actually coming up just in a few minutes, is the future of SQL Server and big data. So this is going to be a demonstration of the SQL Server 2019 big data cluster. And there's a lot of tooling infrastructure that goes along with that. It'll be showing you probably how to browse HDFS and a little bit more on the notebook experience. We're doing a workshop. We did one this morning, and we're doing one again tomorrow on how to build extensions. And it says SQL Operations Studio because the name change went through after the catalog was solidified. So if you come to that, it's a workshop in a lab, and we'll help you walk through and make a Insight extension with kind of the charts that you saw, as well as how to make a wizard. So if you're at all interested in contributing that sort of experience, come and we'll have the two of us and one of the developers on the team. So if you're going to download the product, Azure Data Studio is GA, and the SQL 2019 preview extension, which was just announced, is where you saw some of the experiences we saw today. And then the tools that you saw were mssql-cli, mssql scripter, and sqlpackage. We didn't talk about it today, but we also have cross-platform PowerShell support. If you've got questions about that, our team is also the team to speak to about that on the SQL Server PowerShell extensions. We just didn't think that we had time to talk about that today. And yeah, with that, I think that we want to welcome any questions from you. If you have a question, please go up to the microphone so that everybody can hear you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, you want to tilt it down a little?
Okay. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So when do you suppose that this tool will be able to replace SSMS for us? because SSMS is 32-bit and it runs out of memory on my machine all the time.
So I do have some good news about SSMS. We did release the preview of SSMS 18 today, or actually yesterday, and I think that some of those problems that you're running into will be improved. But the overall question about what's the future of SSMS, it's going to take some time. SSMS has been around for a number of years, so we'll be iterating away. It has to do with what you're using it for, and like how far down the stack of features do we go before it replaces it for you. You use it for everything, so yes. So what you can do is you can use Azure Data Studio and then switch back over on a case-by-case basis. And we're going to try to make that a little bit more transparent and less of a switching cost. So we had a question over here.
Yes, hi. We have a RDS environment that's fairly locked down. And if we deploy Azure Data Studio on that environment, how can I download the community extensions in an offline format so that I can keep on pushing updates to those environments?
Would you like to do a quick demo of that?
Yeah, that's a great question. So basically, this came up several times on the SQL community Slack. So that's a great thing that you can go into one of our channels or report an issue on it, and then we'll look into it. So if you go to Azure Data Studio and go to the Wiki tab here, you can see that we have a list of extensions. So it's a little bit hard to find, so you can make it, maybe we'll move it up, make it a little bit more prominent. But if you click on here, you could see the place where you could download all these onto like a USB drive, for example, and directly connect it to the environment that you're in.
Can you show them how you would install a v6?
Sure. So what you would need to do is you go to Azure Data Studio. So after you download the v6, you simply will click File, and then click Install Extension from v6 Package. So if you just click on here, we won't need to completely demo it. Let's see if we see one in demos. Yeah, so this is a SQL Server vNext extension. And I just click Install here, and then you could install those bits. If you want to have the SQL Server vNext extension, for example, you can go to, let me pull it up, aks.ms/get Studio. You can find it under Extensions over. Should be available here.
You're on the SQL 2017.
Ah, there we go.
Use the drop down.
Okay, all SQL. I had nothing. Oh, there we go. Sorry about that. SQL Server 2019 extension. You could download the v6 here and then put it onto a thumb drive.
That's also how you would, if you created your own extension and you wanted to test it or use it privately with your organization, that's how you would distribute it. Question here?
So I've been a SQL DBA since 4.21, so this is great.
Awesome.
Number one, just
Great
to say that. But SQL, so I love the marketplace. So I happen to see in the marketplace, I believe, a SQL trace profiler.
Yes.
As a snap-in. And I do a lot of this on-prem tuning and stuff. How robust is that?
So the SQL Server Profiler extension, it's caused a little bit of confusion. We've tried to reclaim the name Profiler. It is still the underlying technology is Xevents. So it is not the trace profiler, it is the Xevent technology, but we're trying to use the experience from the old trace tool, because honestly, a lot of people are unwilling or not really wanting to move to Xevents, which is the more modern tracing technology, because of the tooling experience, and that's really a shame. So what we're trying to do here is create something that looks a little bit different. I don't think that we have it all the way installed right now, so we can't demo it. But basically, it's a preview extension, so it's still in flight, and we're working on it. This is something that we've put out a couple of surveys for on GitHub, and so we're very much looking for people to test it and give us feedback. The basic experience is supposed to be closer to what you get in the trace profiler, which is that you pretty much in 2 clicks say, here's the server, start tracing, and then it starts showing you what's happening and in a grid. And if you want to do the more complex creation of long-running Xevent sessions, there's still the Xevent tool in SSMS. We also have a similar simple profiler called SQL Xevents Profiler, I think, in the SSMS tool, which is similar. So it's kind of both tools are getting this experience of a more lightweight Xevent-based profiling tool.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Sure. You had a question over here?
Yeah. So my question is in line with the memory issue that we are running 2016 core, but when we try to connect to the secondary instance, it's just timing out saying I'm lockout with generic error message. But when we try to connect to the always-on listener, we are able to connect to it, even though it's a secondary node. So my question is there a way that we can write the error outputs? When we go through the management logs, we can't find anything that where it's failing. So are we going to enable more extended events or write something to the SQL logs?
Okay, so you're asking about the
Or
availability
Yeah.
group experience and troubleshooting.
Yeah.
So that's a good point. So availability group troubleshooting and the high availability monitoring and management in general is something that we've had a lot of requests on. And so I don't have an answer for that particular use case. I would say let's talk at maybe at the booth with some of the AG experts on how to troubleshoot. But I will say that that's one of the frequently requested things is that people want an easier way to set up, manage, monitor, and troubleshoot their AG groups. And so we take that to ourselves. We understand. I want you to have the message that anything that you do that is hard, we don't want it to be hard. And that's something that it is on the tooling team for us to make it easier. So let's please talk to the HA experts. But as far as the experience, we want to make that easy for you.
So across all our environments, we have roughly 300 servers. Are you guys looking into CMS at all?
Looking into CMS?
Yeah.
That is one of the things that's on the list. So right now in the orthogonality matrix, we do not support the CMS, but it is a known question. I do not know how complicated that's going to be. Probably connecting to the CMS where it lives is not going to be that difficult. Recreating a cross-platform version of the CMS would maybe be a secondary question, so we might take that on in two parts to say, do you want to have a cross-platform place for it to live? Do you want to have just a cross-platform way to access it? But that's something that if we don't already have a GitHub issue tracking it, I'd say please do open one or upvote the one we've got.
Thank you.
Sure. So we've got a couple minutes left. We're happy to take any more questions or show you anything else that you kind of were like, I missed this one little thing. Yeah, we got another.
Just a normal question. Is this session recorded?
This session is recorded. All of the Ignite sessions should be recorded. It's been live streaming, and so I think it's about 24 hours before the video should become available.
Oh, okay.
Since Azure is, since you're trying to make this a cross-platform front end, and since Azure is opened up for Postgres, MySQL, Maria, I think Maria maybe, but do you guys plan on adding third-party database support in here? Because that would be awesome for our data analysts.
So that's something that I'm going to, again, suggest that you put into our GitHub repo as a request. Our most direct mandate would be for the things that are running in Azure data and the Azure cloud. For the cross-platform experiences, it's going to be based on user requests. So
Right, but those aren't supported right now, right?
they're not currently supported. But
Okay.
we're all ears. And that goes as well for other platforms within Azure Data. So just let us know.
Let me ask a question about the import of the flat file.
Yes.
Was the table created
It
before
created the
imported?
table.
Oh,
It
okay.
created the table in the.
Okay, and what about the design part? Was the data types already been created?
Yeah, so the flow of this one, it will create the table with the correct data types and import into it. So it'll do the entire.
And you can do that on Excel too?
On Excel? No, actually, I think it's only for flat files right now.
Convert the Excel file to a
Yeah,
CSV.
you can convert the Excel to CSV and then it'll import it. So. All right, well, thank you, everybody. Thank you for coming.